Good evening and welcome to the December 19th, 2024 meeting of the Bismarck Board of Park Commissioners. Call the meeting to order and ask Julie to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Gilbertson, Herzog,
Here.
Redmond,
Here.
Jeske,
Here.
President Zimmerman.
Here. The next order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. If you please stand and join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
You have a motion? Second.
Motion made and second for approval of the agenda. Julie, if you'll call the roll, please.
Commissioner Herzog,
Yes.
Redmond,
Aye.
Jeske,
Aye.
President Zimmerman.
Aye. The next item on the agenda is our featured partners and programs. This evening, we are honored and happy to have the Far West Rotary Club make a presentation. I'll call on we'll call on past president or President Corey Ralston.
President Zimmerman and Commissioners, my name is Corey Ralston. I serve as the president of the Rotary Club, I think the longest serving one. And I brought quite a few of our Rotarians with today to help us with this celebration. But I really want to thank you for your partnership over the years that we've had with the parks. The one thing this club is proud of a lot of things, but we're very proud of the Far West New Generations Park and the partnership that we have had with you guys. We take a lot of pride in that, and something we've been very passionate about to help build and watch it continue to grow. At this time, though, I'm going to turn it over to one of our founding members, Mark Thompson, to give you a little bit of history of the club, and then we'll have a special presentation.
Thank you, Corey. President Zimmerman and Commissioners, the Far West Rotary Club had its beginnings in the summer of 1984 when a member of the long-standing Bismarck Rotary Club met with Gary Puppy and me. From that meeting in May of 1984, we began searching for prospective members to join a new morning Rotary Club. By September, we had attracted enough members, 25 needed to charter, to become a recognized club. Over the past 40 years, more than 500 individuals have been at one time or another a member of our club. 3, Mick Kremers, Murray Sogsveen, and myself, have remained members the entire time. We've had as many as 74 members at one time and as few as 23. Our decision to terminate our club was a hard one to make. But with time, many of us have gotten older and younger generations have not shown a desire to meet every Monday morning at 7 a.m. or to participate in the service projects for which Rotary is famous. Rotary emphasizes service above self and requires members to strive to perform service in 4 areas: our club, our vocation, our community, and the world. We began to entertain ideas for service projects where we could help make a difference. Since we were mainly younger, 40 years ago, with families, the task of sponsoring a community no-alcohol all-night graduation party for all Bismarck high schools, The Happening, was our first big project. We collected or purchased prizes, solicited sponsors, lined up for pizza, snacks, and soda to feed up to 500 attendees. The last year we sponsored the party, we brought in the Johnny Holmes Band. It was a lot of work, but a lot of fun, too. But in the end, after 15 years, we felt it had run its course and had lost some of its appeal. Along the way, we also collected surplus medical supplies and shipped them to Mexico, collected clothes and raised money for the God's Child Project in Guatemala. Members of our club traveled to Guatemala to help build classrooms and homes. We planted trees in the parking ramp at the Sheraton Galleria Hotel. They didn't last, but we rang the bell for the Salvation Army, planted trees in the northwest corner of the Capitol grounds. which are still there and beautiful, and performed many spring riverfront cleanups from Pioneer Park to the Bismarck Water Treatment Plant. We sold slices of bread with Petrie's raspberry preserves on it at the October Street Fair, set up booths for the Boy Scout Expos at the Kirkwood Mall, and sponsored students at Rotary's Summer Leadership Training Camp, RILA. We assisted a sister club in Tubac, Arizona, to rebuild wheelchairs for handicapped people in Nogales, Mexico. Our club has been sponsoring and managing numerous community gardens around Bismarck for several years. Along the way, we began holding a bowling event with silent auction, frames for funds, every January since 1999, and selling Washington peaches with a purpose every summer for 15 years to raise money for our philanthropic endeavors. And over the 40 years of the club, we contributed close to $500,000 to our community to assist organizations like Gateway to Science and Far West Rotary New Generations Park, and many others. We gave to many organizations that came to our club to present a program on what they do in the community. Our club hosted 2 Rotary District conferences in Bismarck, welcoming and entertaining some 400 Rotarians and their guests each time. Members of our club most often satisfied the World Service commitment by giving annually to Rotary's Polio Plus campaign to eradicate polio throughout the world. In 1985, the year before Rotary International launched its campaign, there were 350,000 cases of polio throughout the world. A disease that once contracted cannot be reversed and leaves the victim crippled for life. In the past few years, new cases have numbered in the single digits worldwide, mostly in the war-torn areas of Africa and Afghanistan. This is probably Rotary International's biggest achievement. As a club, we have been busy with projects that we believe have helped many people along the way. In celebration of service, we are content with the feeling we have fulfilled our commitment to the values of Rotary and the Rotary vision statement. Together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe and in our communities and in ourselves. So we have a presentation. I'd like to have Corey come back, and Paul, our treasurer and handler of our money for many years, and proceed with the presentation.
All right. As we talked about going out in style and celebrating, I guess, 40 years of service as a Rotary Club, we talked about what do we do with the excess funds we have, which led to even a larger fundraising effort. And we are pleased tonight to present a check for $107,000 to go into the Bismarck Recreation Council in an endowment to help support the Far West Rotary New Generations Park. So with that.
Randy?
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, we need a picture with you. Go ahead.
Take a picture too.
We need a photo with you, Zimmy.
Perfect.
Let's get all the Rotarians out there. We'll fill the room.
Danny, you gotta be in the picture, so give your camera to somebody.
Dana, I can take the picture. I'll wait until these people are
All
done.
right, everyone smile.
Okay, don't stand like that. That's not a good look. No.
real check for you.
Okay. I guess we'll need that.
It was just lunchtime, it was like. Thank you so much. I'm the president of the Optimist Club. I know how hard it is to keep your service clubs functioning.
Okay.
I can't do that. I can't do that for you. Oh, my gosh.
Very good.
Stay there. Say some more things. Say some more things. Say some more.
I know we're still walking and sitting down, but before some of the Rotarians leave, I want to express my thanks too. I am a member of the Far West Rotary, and it's, to me, when you did that park, I was not a member of the club. But now the continued interest in putting in a couple benches and planting 150 trees, what an impact that's going to be for many years to the city of Bismarck and the kids who skate there, the people who use that playground, the people who use that building. I mean, it's amazing what the Rotary Club, Far West Rotary Club, has done. So, as a Rotarian, my thanks as well, but I'm going to give any commissioners, if they wish to extend a thought or two.
Thank you, President
Commissioner
Zimmerman.
Redmond.
Thank you for catching all of you before you leave the room. Your impact has been immense and will be far-reaching and long-lasting. And please know your club will be missed. And I know you'll miss your fellowship with each other, and I know you'll continue to meet for coffee and long discussions with lots of opinions and hopefully lots of laughter. So please know your impact will be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
Commissioner Jeske.
Yeah. You know, I just want to commend you for your commitment to our community. I'm the current president of the Bismarck Optimist Club, and I understand the pain of trying to keep clubs relevant, service clubs. It is hard because memberships start getting older, and it's harder to find the younger generation to have them step up and move into those roles. I just had to laugh when you said the Johnny Home Band because I'm sure Commissioner Redmond and I remember going to the Jamestown Teen Canteen and rocking out to Johnny Holmes. He was my favorite. But thank you so much for all that you've done. I live up near the New Generations Park. I walk that almost every day when it's nice, and I will tell you that it's so wonderful to watch all the kids and the families interacting up there, and it's such a beautiful park, and thank you for your contribution to our community. It's long-lasting, and your legacy as a Far West Rotary lives on forever.
Thank you. Commissioner Herzog.
Thank you, President Zimmerman, and thank you all for coming, and that was a great history. I wrote down a few of the things. I remember going to the non-alcoholic, graduation parties. I'm 1 year older than your club, but I do recall things like that. I've been very lucky to be able to speak to your group before, and been invited to have breakfast with you all. And I think I think it lasts an hour or something. It was 90 minutes, 2 hours by the time I got out the door because you guys had such great questions or wanted to know about things that were happening in the community. So what a fantastic group that you all continue to be, and hopefully you get to meet up with each other again. And don't cry. Nobody cry in front of me. You guys have just been fantastic. I appreciate all the support and work, and keep doing stuff. We'll take you for something. If you're looking for volunteer opportunities, we'd love to have a group like yours as well.
We'll take you at the Optimist Club.
Thank you, yes. Mr. Bina, you have a few words you'd like to say?
Yes, I do. President Zimmerman and commissioners, thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. For the record, I'm Randy Bina. I'm here today representing the Bismarck Recreation Council. I'm the current vice chair. The current chair, Lynn Beiswanger, could not be here tonight, and he sends his regrets, and he also sends his appreciation to the Park Board and, of course, the Far West Rotary Club. Excuse me. On behalf of the BRC Board of Directors, I extend our appreciation to the Far West Rotary Club for the generous gift to the BRC Endowment Fund. This gift will help significantly in our efforts to continue to grow the fund. For information, the Bismarck Recreation Council was created in 1984. It's a 501c3 organization. It's primarily used for capital campaigns. It's been used for the majority, almost all the capital campaigns that Bismarck Parks and Recreation District has been involved with since that time. In 2013, we created the endowment fund, and since that time, we've been getting a lot of our stuff together, our paperwork, our documents, our policies, all of those things, and we started to raise some fund, and we continue to grow the fund. And we are so appreciative of the Far West Rotary Club. Again, this is a significant gift. We're appreciative of all the donors that have come forward and to help us with growing our fund. You know, the purpose of the fund, there's three purposes that we talk about with all the potential donors. And number one, it's really a high priority to us, but it's to ensure all the youth in our community can participate in Bismarck Parks and Recreation District activities regardless of their ability to pay. So we hope, our vision is with this fund, endowment funds have oftentimes been called forever funds, permanent funds. You know, those funds will be invested, and then we hope on an annual basis we will have enough interest down the road to give the Park District an annual contribution to be used to fulfill the purpose of the endowment fund. A couple other purposes, you know, we want to provide opportunities for all to be active and healthy, and in addition to that, build a connected community for all people to live, work, and learn. Donations, again, like I said, they're invested. The earnings is what will be spent in the future. Contributions may be eligible for the North Dakota Endowment Fund tax credit. For more information about the endowment fund, the BRC information is on the Park District website at bizparks.org. So please take a look at that. If we have listeners, you know, we're willing to talk to anyone if they want to visit about the fund. You can certainly contact the Bismarck Parks and Recreation District office, contact Kevin, and they will direct you in the right direction. President Zimmerman, in closing, I want to thank all the commissioners for their service to the community. We have an exceptional park district, one that I'm certainly proud of. In addition to that, I want to give a shout out to the dedicated professional staff led by Kevin, the Executive Director, Kevin Cliffville, for their continued good work on a daily basis. Together, BPRD, along with the partners, we continue to provide many positive opportunities for our citizens and our visitors, and we should be all very proud of that. So with that, I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you all, and we'll give you a minute. If some of the folks wish to step out of the room, we'll give you a minute or so to.
Sure makes my $5,000 check look like
Our next item on the agenda, item 5, is our Executive Director, Kevin Cliffville, will give the commissioners and the public an update on the project there with the FEMA project. Director Cliffville.
Thank you, President Zimmerman and Commissioners. As you know, we've been working with the City of Bismarck on looking at options for the Bismarck South Flood Control Project. Last week on December 11th, we held a community meeting to discuss the options and impacts if this flood control project moved forward at the Clem Kelly Athletic Complex and Sertoma Park. The project could potentially impact soccer and softball fields, tennis and pickleball courts, fit lot and obstacle course, along with buildings, shelters, playgrounds, trails, and parking lots. Along with this, there could be impacts to the Dakota Zoo property. Bismarck Parks and Recreation District and the City of Bismarck invited user groups and the public to a presentation to look at the proposed options and provide opportunity to ask questions. We had representatives from adult softball, tennis, and pickleball in attendance and received many great questions and feedback on the options that were provided at the meeting. We will continue to collect feedback through a survey that's on our website through December 30th. And if anybody would like to complete that survey, please go to the Park District website at bizparks.org, or if you want a paper copy, you can stop in our office and get that information.
Commissioners, any questions of Director Cliffville at this time?
I have one. Please.
Commissioner Jeske?
Yes, thank you, President Zimmerman. Executive Director Klipfel, so do we have a rough idea about how many surveys have been completed so far, or is that number coming to us at the end?
President Zimmerman and Commissioners, Commissioner Jeske, as of late this afternoon, we had 72 completed so far.
Okay, and what's kind of our hopes? Do we have kind of a projected number that we'd like to hit?
We continue to try to push it out with on social media and things like that to try to get people involved and to provide their opinions, and we'll continue to push it out to the user groups to ask them to push it out to their members also.
Thank you.
Commissioner Redmond?
Thank
Commissioner
you.
Redmond, excuse me.
Sure. Thank you, President Zimmerman and Executive Director Klipfeld. I know a couple other suggestions were brought up at that public input session. Are those options that are still going to be explored at this time with working with the city?
President Zimmerman, Commissioners, Commissioner Redmond, we will continue to work with the city engineering staff and their consultants when opportunities arise. And I know that the one talking about maybe using some property a little closer to Dakota Zoo, it was brought up, and they're going to look into those options.
Okay. And then one other point I want to make, that another area that will be impacted is the community orchard space as well. So I just want to
Yep.
make sure that that's noted and discussed as well.
Yes.
Commissioner Herzog?
Thanks, President Zimmerman and Executive Director Klipfel. I read a news story about, the upcoming legislative session and some of the flood control projects, and it sounds like the city is going to go up there and attempt to find more funding for this project. So if we can throw in that effort, or if the group feels we should throw in that effort, that might be beneficial, so there's not a big gap in that funding for that project.
I would just add to the folks watching the park board meeting this evening, please go online and fill out the survey. That's the information we need as we move forward with this project. There's a number of concerns out there, and we need to hear from you folks. So again, I would encourage folks, go online, call the Park District office. I'm sure we can mail out the survey. If you can't come down, pick it up. But there is a deadline, so please participate in the survey, and thank you. Next item on the agenda is the consent calendar, the consent agenda. The consent agenda. A variety of items have been placed on a consent agenda. A consent agenda can be approved with one motion, or an item or items can be removed for additional discussion and separate action. Staff recommends approval of the following items: consideration of the November 21st board minute meetings, and those minutes were included in the commissioner's packet for review. Consideration of year-end transfers. Finance Director Kathy Feist has provided a memo with a packet of information for your consideration. Consideration of the 2025 matching grant application, and you can refer to the memo provided by Facilities and Programs Director Mike Wald. Request authorization for call for bids. And a variety of memos have been provided regarding the following request for call for bids: portable toilet service, security services, BSC Aquatic and Wellness Center pool spectrum, retile the hot tubs at the Capitol Racket and Fitness Center, replace outdoor fence at the Cottonwood Park fields number 2 and 3. I think request board approval to select consultants and call for bids on the following projects: the main video board at the BSC Aquatic and Wellness Center, painting interior of the VFW Sports Center Rink 1, replace the roof at the World War Memorial Building, Tom O'Leary Golf Cart Path Phase 1, and the Elks Aquatic Center playground replacement. Commissioners, your wishes. Commissioner Jeske?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Jeske, second by Commissioner Herzog to approve the consent agenda as presented. Any further discussion? Julie, if you'll call the roll, please.
Commissioner Herzog,
Yes.
Redmond,
Aye.
Jeske,
Aye.
President Zimmerman.
Aye. Item 7 on the agenda is the review of the Executive Director's annual evaluation. And it is my pleasure to review that with the fellow commissioners, a compilation of all commissioners' comments, as well as the public watching tonight's meeting. We review our director's evaluation every year, usually done in the last couple months, and I'm going to just review some of the comments made by commissioners in the various areas of responsibility and accountability for the executive director's position. First one is board relations. Just to briefly, makes the director was judged on responding promptly and compliantly to directives from the board, provide clear, concise, timely, and accurate reporting of district finances to the board. And I've taken comments from each of the commissioners in the various areas. This comment from Commissioner Jeske. It is essential that the executive director maintain consistent communication with each individual board member. I appreciate that Kevin is forthright in his communication, returns calls in a timely manner, and provides accurate reports on district finances. The next item or category is community relations. Develop relationships and operate in a credible, straightforward, and cooperative manner with the media. Develop and distribute appropriate, attractive, concise, accurate, user-friendly, and worthwhile communications and publications. Participate with and serve as a resource to user groups, clubs and associations in program and facility development. A comment from Commissioner Redmond. It is difficult not only to manage the day-to-day demands of various user groups, but also manage long-term expectations and program and community growth. Sometimes the answer is no, but Kevin knows that that is the answer at times, and the staff works to maintain valuable relationships. Kevin strives to have a seat at the table with other potential subdivisions in government. The next category is human resources. Of course, the director serves as the Park District's personnel director. Access utilization of full-time staff to ensure personnel and appropriately matched to their position with individual management, knowledge, skills, and abilities. Works with the executive team to promote staff development through an ongoing education and training opportunities which will benefit the Park District. I wish to read Commissioner Herzog's comment in this category. Executive Director Klipfel and I haven't directly addressed staffing and personnel, but from my mostly outside perspective, I think the district in general has worked hard to continue to stay staffed up, and implementing the new salary benchmarks should assist with the district's staffing needs. Considering the low unemployment issues across the upper Midwest, it is particularly difficult to staff, especially public-facing jobs. I appreciate the efforts of Executive Director Klipfel and staff to bring forward and implement the salary plan to address workforce needs. I also appreciate all staff pitching in when and where the district needs them. Many organizations and business in our area are facing these same staffing challenges, and I believe the district has done well to address lifeguard staffing as well as other seasonal and part-time staff needs. The next category is finance. Of course, to develop an operating budget that is comprehensive, clear, accurate, to define and establish control financial management of the district within the policies and procedures. A comment from Commissioner Gilbertson. Director Klipfel and Kathy Feist do an outstanding job holding the district to a high standard of fiscal responsibility. Annually, the district receives clean audits and maintains a balanced budget that allows for responsible growth. Another category is planning, to identify and define with clear objectives, policies, and procedures for program management as they relate to user groups, clubs, and associations. Review, adjust, and update annually comprehensive and long-range and strategic planning to serve as a basis for establishing goals for improvement and anticipated expenditures. And a comment from me in that category, Kevin has great rapport with the staff to foster guidelines and parameters for updates to planning, short and long term. He's very much appreciative his relationships and working on planning efforts for the riverfront development and the FEMA proposals. And then in an other category, or a catch-all category, our executive director is also tasked with serving as the clerk of the Park District. He works with various plans, procedures, with risk management, communications plan, directs the district facilities and grounds, serves as an administrative liaison with other government entities and community-based organizations. There again, we had the comments from all of the commissioners, and I'm going to take time to read those that did respond. A couple of the commissioners did not respond in this category, but others did. I would like to read those because I think it's appropriate at this time. Commissioner Jeske, Kevin does an excellent job of fulfilling the roles that fall under other duties as assigned. When asked to take on added responsibilities, he never says no and greets each new opportunity with a smile. Commissioner Herzog, Executive Director Klipfel also makes himself available for questions and comments I have in a very timely manner. Overall, in my short term as a commissioner, I think the district provides very tangible services, programs, and amenities. Bismarck is experiencing tremendous growth. Managing that growth is both an exciting challenge and a lot of hard work. I would love Executive Director Klipfel to leverage this commission to assist him and his staff to achieve our common goals for Bismarck. In my comment, Kevin is an integral part of many, quote, in-house and community efforts, a hands-on approach with community organizations and other community entities. Much appreciate his work with the BRC as evidenced tonight. So at that time, again, I would ask any commissioners, we certainly have time this evening, if you would wish to add any comments. Commissioner Redmond?
Thank you, President Zimmerman. And Kevin, what a great year, and always many years of service. Wonderful comments. I always appreciate other commissioners' comments as well. You have a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of talent and so many skills and abilities. And so I just would ask you to continue to share that with so many talented staff, both in this room and outside of it. So continue to do the good work and pass some of those skills and abilities onto the staff as well, so that more of you is sprinkled throughout the staff. So thank you for doing good work, and we're so proud of you.
Commissioner Herzog?
Thanks, President Zimmerman. I didn't know they were going to read that out loud, so I'm glad I didn't say anything, the bleep button situation. But Kevin, my review, and I haven't been on the board very long, and so a lot of my parts of the review started with, I haven't specifically worked with Executive Director Klipfel on that, but kind of using my outside perspective. And you and I sat and went over, each one for more than an hour, which was great. I appreciate the time, and I'm hoping next time that I get to do this, I'll be able to have, a little bit more experience in how you and I work together and how you work with the whole district. So I really appreciate you taking the time to go through that with me, and you've done a great job. I appreciate it. Your voice sounds great today too. I know. I'm going to be able to tease you about that for 4 years, I suppose.
Commissioner Jeske?
Thank you, President Zimmerman. So, Kevin, as always, I think this is a great opportunity for us to sit down and have the conversations that we have all year round, but it's long, but it's a chance for us to really dig a little bit deeper into your roles and responsibilities. And you're my fourth executive director, if I count John Staley in Grand Forks, but it's always just a pleasure working with you. I do appreciate the promptness in which you return a call. I know sometimes I'm at work and it's 5:30 at night and I'm like, oh, I forgot to ask Kevin this. And I'll shoot you an email, not expecting to get a text back, but yeah, I usually get a text or a phone call back, and I really appreciate that. I think that says a lot about your character and your compassion and your respect for the commissioners here and the community. So thank you, and look forward to another great year.
I would just add a comment or two to Commissioner Herzog. I appreciated your comments as a new commissioner. A couple of us, or all of us, other commissioners, are old hands at this. So it was refreshing to have that perspective as a new commissioner and your insights on that. My comment would be, I appreciate Kevin. We meet weekly Thursday mornings at 7 a.m., and he's always prepared. He's always got agenda items to review, and I think that's, I know I appreciate that a great deal. Some mornings I wish 7 a.m. wouldn't be quite that early, especially in the next couple months, but we shall see. But again, thank you, Kevin. Any other comments? I think we're good to go then. Our next item is approval of bills.
So moved.
Second.
Second, motion by Commissioner Redmond, second by Commissioner Jeske for approval of bills. Julie, if you'll call the roll.
Commissioner Herzog,
Yes.
Redmond,
Aye.
Jeske,
Aye.
President Zimmerman.
Aye. Our last item, or our just general discussion, as president of the Bismarck Board of Park Commissioners, we want to thank all of our community folks, our partners, our folks that visit all of our facilities, for your support over the past year. We are mindful of there's many challenges ahead of us. Again, we certainly ask for your input. Please reach out to our staff, to Executive Director Klipfel, to any of the commissioners. I know all of us are happy to visit with you and get your insight on this. But on a lighter note, of course, as we come into the Christmas season, we wish you all a very merry and safe Christmas. I would encourage you to get out and maybe hike a trail, maybe go skating on a pond, go swimming at an indoor pool, at least right now. But get out and enjoy our terrific facilities and programs here with the Bismarck Park District. So again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and best wishes in the new year. And at this time, here we go. I got to get my notes here. The next regular Park Board meeting of the Bismarck Board of Park Commissioners is January 16th, 2025 at 5:15 p.m. in the fabulous Tom Baker Meeting Room. Meeting adjourned.